In this video, we will make a simple app to learn how to use the TinyDB. This is how the app will look like. There will be a space for you to key in the tag TAG, so whatever tag we assign. And then there will be a space for us to key in the data. So in this case, the data is called data text underscore 1. Okay, so once we submit this tag, and then this data will be submitted as a pair to the database. And then so long as we key in the tag TAG01 and hit check, the data will be retrieved and shown here. So this demonstrates that the TinyDB is a storage system whereby it takes in the tag and the data, right? So you need to have a tag and you need to have a data. So let's see how this app is being created. Okay, first we just drag the TinyDB over, and then note that this is a non-visible component. Then we will make a simple label to show that the space below is for the tag. Then we put in the text box. Then another label to show that the text below is for the data. Then again, we put the text box below. Once that's done, we want a button to say submit. And then we have the second part of the app that shows us the tag to retrieve. And then here we need to give another text box followed by a button. The button, we'll just call it check. Then we have the final label to show the output. So for now, we just leave this blank. Okay, that's all we need for interface. Let's go and program it. So it's very simple. We know that the first button is to store the data. And here we have our TinyDB. And we just pull out this store value block. We want the tag to be the information on the first text box. So we drag this out and show the text. So to recap, that is the information in this first text box. And then we put the value to store as the text box 2 text, which is this part, right? Which is this part, text box 2. After this is done, when the button is clicked, the data will be stored in terms of the tag as well as the value, right? Next, we program how we're going to retrieve the data. For this, we are working with button number 2. So we call it button number 2. And then what we want is whatever is typed here, when the check button is clicked, the results will be shown here. So again, we will call the TinyDB. So this time we use the getValue function. Then the label that we will use is the label 4. Then we draw out this label 4. And then we want the text to show whatever is the output of this get value. So we know that the tag would be the tag that is shown in text box 3. So we draw it over, and this is where the text would be. Okay, so text box 3, whatever tag we put in, once we click check, the results will come out. That's it. That's the complete code.